Okay, today we're going to be talking about ECS task definitions. So you can think of an ECS task definition as something very similar to a launch configuration or launch template for EC2. It specifies all the details about our ECS service that we're going to be running. So we have a task definition which starts a task which runs in an ECS cluster. That task may well or will probably be started through an ECS service. But our task definition allows us to set things like the CPU and memory size. It allows us to attach any volumes, any temporary volumes that we need to add. It allows us to set the task execution role as well as the task role. The execution role is used to do a pull of the items from the registry. So you might need to give the execution role IAM permissions to read from ECR, but then the task role itself are the permissions the task that is running will have, and that doesn't necessarily need to pull from ECR at all. And we can have multiple environment variables added to our container as well, also through the task definition. And we can also include secrets within those environment variables. So we can read things from Secrets Manager or from an SSM parameter store secure string and have those securely passed as environment variables. We also set port mappings, and we can have multiple containers within a task, and we do all that from within the task definition. We can set the order of which these multiple containers will start. So you might have a sidecar container that does logging, for example, sends logs to OpenSearch. That container needs to be started before the main container that will be doing the actual work is running. We have multiple versions of our task definition in the same way as we have multiple versions of a launch template. And that allows us to do things like have a production version and a development version, but it also allows us to just have newer versions of the task happening and be able to roll back easily if we have a problem. And that is actually supported natively by the deployment mechanisms within ECS. Here are some notes for you. Until next time, enjoy the cloud.